how it started, it's been a while. Grew up, I thought I was going to be a footballer. You know, I grew up in Makokoba. From Nkai, we came to a town, and Nkaya bekuse Makokoba First Street. And like every other youngster in Makokoba, growing up under Abo Madinda, Peter, Adam, the Lovo brothers, we also thought, or I also thought one day I'll be a football star. And I trained with Zimbabwe Saints juniors and Highlanders juniors. But then, well, I wouldn't say I was not good, but my dad didn't really encourage football. So I crossed from the playing field to the stage. That was 1992 by default. I just saw Amakosi perform one time with teacher, and they were from Europe, and I said, I can do that. If I cannot play football, I think I can strongly do that. And it's how it started up to today. Then film came along the way, the stage started, and even up to today, my first love is acting on stage than film. But yes, it eventually came, and well, I love it. I love it. I think around 1990, what was that year? I did a bit part, Good Power of One, as an extra, a very young boy, but it's early days there. Then came some projects we did with Amakosi. We used to dub them zero budgets. I won't go there, but yes, it's where my love for film started. I featured in one yaitwa Omunyu Mngcwabo, and another one yaitwa Bamgqibela Ephila. That was before Amakorokoza, because I know a lot of people saw this guy Makorokoza and they thought that's where it started. No, then did Teacher. The TV version did Sinjalo. I played a character aitwa Makepekepe. That was still before Amakorokoza. Then Amakorokoza came. Well, Amakorokoza was the talk of everybody. Everybody knew Mzambane, loved Amakorokoza. We also enjoyed Amakorokoza so much. I believe for us, those that were not part of Usinjalo, the bigger part, Amakorokoza set new standards of acting, filmmaking, especially Goblawayo. People loved Umakorokoza. I'm not sure if we loved it as much as people did. We enjoyed doing it, but I wouldn't say we loved it, because for us it's work, or it was work. So yeah, Umakorokoza was then the jewel of everyone, especially Bulawayo, Matebelele, and across Zimbabwe. And it really put us somewhere. We started to have a lot of so-called celebrity status. I think it started in Umakorokoza, though for me now, I'm not a celebrity, I'm just a public figure, I believe. I enjoy it that way. There isn't much to celebrate about me for now, I doubt. I still have got so much to give. But yes, Umakorokoza was then the thing. After Umakorokoza, we have done quite a number of films. I quickly remember Steelers. It was produced by 1 Meter Productions and Multimedia Box. It was shown on Zambezi Magic. I think it was my first to be on Zambezi Magic, and Africa loved it. I'll be very honest. Africa loved it, and I remember so well when the DS, what do they call it? What do they call themselves? The multi-choice guys, when they were celebrating, was it their 10th anniversary or what? They played Steelers almost every month end in celebrating their 10th anniversary, because it was a beautiful movie. I did another one, 400, produced by the same 1 Meter Productions. It also was on Zambezi Magic, and currently did one called Figure It Out. It was on Showmax. So yes, we haven't stopped. We're still doing stuff. That's just about film. But on theater and what I do, we're still working. And if I try remember the number of productions that I have done as an actor, you can count all your fingers and your toes. I've done plenty for stage. I can't even start counting. But to just mention those that I I enjoyed all of them, so that the directors can be happy out there, and the producers. I enjoyed all, but I'll just probably mention a few that really challenged me, and I really enjoyed playing in them. Like we about Mao Umfazi Esezabeleta. There is that pain that I cannot explain because I'm Simfazi, but I've always heard women say, after lo mntwana ngiphindi futhi, but you'll be shocked after a few years esezithwele njalo. So I want to talk of those productions that I was like, after this one maybe I need to retire, this is too much. One was The Members by Ukonti Mhlanga. I enjoyed it, but it was painful at the same time. It was so challenging. Witnesses and Victims by Raised on Baya, directed by Ukonti Mhlanga as well. I also enjoyed it so much, but then I kept saying as an actor, after this one, I keep saying that, but because they will be so taxing in all aspects, you'll be like, after late, but it's my love. I cannot stop. And recently I did Sons of Men. It was by various writers, directed by one Memory Kumbota. He is a genius. It was also so taxing to a point that I said, after le, but the stage, the arts are my life, so I cannot rest. Okay, the industry having changed or grown or developed, it's a bit tricky, because the first thing probably I need to address is I strongly believe even from 20 years ago up to today, we are still struggling to have what we can call a film industry, talking film. I still also believe we are still struggling to have an arts industry holistically. Why? Maybe the first thing is I don't want to give blame to anybody. I also blame myself, because I've been there for the past 20 or so years. And what have I done? Probably none, except enjoying the acting and the few opportunities that come by. But having said that, we are yet to have an established industry. Reason being, from my point of view, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is everyone else's opinion or every arts practitioner's opinion, because we never discussed it. I never discussed it with anybody. This is me. We so much love to work in silos. Lola lo ufunwenzo kwakhe. At the end of the day, the government and the corporate don't see us as a serious people. Neither will they take us seriously. And that challenge we still have up to today. Look at the youngsters that are coming up now. Abanye graduates from universities. What they want is establish themselves first, then think of the industry. And no one comes with the mind of saying, guys, can we build together? Because I think one wise person once said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. So this together bit is what we are struggling with as an industry. That's why I said probably I don't think we have an industry yet, but I believe there has been progress. There is people that are trying to work as collectives from Bulawayo, Harare and across, to come together and say, guys, what can we do that can then make government and the corporate see us, appreciate us, and what can we do that can then make government have a buy-in to what we do, to a point that there is a specific budget for the arts. It's still work in progress. We are moving very, very slow from what I think, looking back from where we come from. I think our pace is so tortoise-like. We are so slow. We haven't got an industry, but we are headed towards it. And once we get it, there is so much that Zimbabwe can offer. That I believe. Maybe let me start by saying, do you? If you believe you have it, do you? The world will definitely see. And the advantage we are having now is technology is helping us now. Earlier days it was difficult for you to be known in Gweru or in Harare, but now the world can know you in a split second. If you have something to share with the world, just do you. That's the first thing. Don't copy or emulate anybody else, because when God created man, he created him in his own image, in God's image, and you are unique in your own way. Just do you. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing or saying. Just do you. That's the one thing I'll tell you. Do you. You are unique and you can go far. Yes, I have, and I've done that extensively. I've done that as an actor, I've done that as a theater trainer, I've done that as a consultant. I don't know about the artists there in those countries that I've been, but because you are a traveling artist or you are a visiting artist, the appreciation is so huge. You feel wowed. You just wish, if only this could be done in my homeland. But then we understand it. They say every prophet has no honor in their own home, so it makes sense. There is so much appreciation of the arts. There is so much support from government and the corporate. That's why I said I've traveled even on consultancy basis. And half the times when I go for consultancy work, I'm not invited by art organizations. I'm sometimes invited by organizations that have got nothing to do with arts, but because they know me from somewhere and they want to use my work for their work, they invite us. So it shows you that there is so much support and appreciation. And in terms of learning, there is so much learning, and we sometimes fight for a small cake. There is so much out there. The world is big for us to do what we do, enjoy, be appreciated, and get paid for it. Yes, I've traveled extensively, and the experiences have always been amazing. I wouldn't say how maybe to be an artist. The first question is to the youngster, are you an artist? Because it's a calling, not. You don't just become. It's a calling. It's either you have it or you don't. Don't do it because your friends are doing it. You'll be disappointed, or it will be a waste of your time. Yes, it's either you have it or you don't. It takes a lot of sacrifices. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of self-empowerment or self-growth. It takes a lot of learning, especially learning on the work. With arts, it's different. I've seen some youngsters go to universities. It's good, do that, learn, it's important. But when they come back having majored in arts, when they come to the actual work, you feel pity for them. So the best teacher for you is practical. Do it hands-on. But above all, have love for it. Be passionate about it. Don't chase money, because I'll tell you, arts don't pay. What pays is the work and the passion. You can be in this game for 10, 20 years and having no dime in you, and you will hate it because you went in for the wrong reasons. Don't do the arts for the wrong reasons. Don't do it for fame. Don't do it for popularity. Do it because you have it in you. It's either you have it or you don't.